Wranglers Extra.
Aaron Canada sitting alongside John Schiffner live from Veterans Field. It's the Manager Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network. And Schiff, last night, another bit of a stinker.
I think so. I think you can categorize it as a stinker. But, you give credit to – we didn't hit at all during the entire game, and we just had, a couple bad breaks late in the game. And, the kid hits a two-run homer that kind of changes. You could just feel all of the, anxiety, exhilaration right out of it. We were done. That was it. And it just kind of took all the air out of us.
Mike Denhart gave you another quality start, took a no-hitter into the fifth, and left with just one hit against.
Mike did a great job again, and can't be more happier for him. He's performing the way he should, the way we want him to. And I'm sorry we didn't get him to win, but the bottom line is this is a league to perform. It's a league of opportunities. It's a league to let the scouts see what you can do. So Mike did a great job.
We got to see Peter Verdon back in the lineup yesterday after a couple of days off with some migraine issues. How's he feeling?
He says he's fine, ready to go, 100% today.
He said he had a bit of a history with it, and he was able to wean his way off of prescription drugs. Is he back on anything? Do we know?
That would not be I don't know. I don't ask those questions. That's for the trainers and Dr. Marianne.
Now, a couple of new faces we should see tonight. Steven Perez and Riley Reynolds, I believe, getting the start at first base.
Third base. Riley's starting at third base. Steven Perez is going at shortstop. Danny's going to be at second base again. Westlake will be at first base. Ricky Oropez will be DH. And the outfield will be the same. And Stallings behind the dish.
Now, how do you think with these new guys in the lineup, this is going to affect the guys who have been here all the way through and have had to play every day? Obviously, Ricky getting a little more time to sit on the bench, and then Dan will get a little more time to sit on the bench, and then guys will eventually get days off. Obviously, the rest is definitely going to help.
Absolutely, and that's why we're allowed to recruit as many as we can. We're up to 30. I think the college coaches appreciate the fact we give these guys days off. I think they won't admit it that they like days off or that they want a day off, but I think they do. I know Paolini has gone all the way through. Oropeza has gone almost all the way through, if not all the way through. Githner, this is his first night off. It's a tough grind. Some of these guys have been here since June 5th, and this will be the first night that they're just going to sit one out. And I think that's plenty of time. That's a long stretch to go, and they're not accustomed to it. And I think the key is that we don't want to send anybody back to their school injured or worn out. That's the key.
Now, Falmouth coming in tonight, second time you faced the Commodores on the season, second time you faced them here at Veterans Field. Walked away with the win last time out. Who do you have on the mound to go against them tonight?
Joe Zimmerman's on the mound tonight, and he pitched a real good game last time out. He threw a lot of strikes, got the other team swinging the bat, and that's an important thing. If you get the other team swinging the bat, putting the ball in play, that's important, and Joe did a good job of that, and that's what we expect tonight.
Has Coach Heil been working extra with the bullpen as of late? It seemed like just a bit of a breakdown at the back end last night.
Well, it was that one bad pitch, and it was a wall scraper that got out. We thought it was kind of funny. The three of us are, right across the row. It was Jay, me, and Ryan, and I think that it was 2-1 that it was not going to get out, and it did get out. But so if we catch that ball, we might win the game 2-1. It's just that's the old cliche about a game of inches, and it certainly was. That just barely made it out of here, and after that, like I said, it was all the air just ran out of us at that point, and then just Monteith he made some good pitches, and they hit they made real good at bats on Monteith, and we drew the infield in at that one point. And they just snuck it past Ricky. If we play the infield back in that situation, I don't think we get the double play. So that was, our goal was to try to get the double play in the corners and play the middle back. And Ricky was up, and the ball just got squeaked by him, and that really hurt. That was the one that killed us right there. But I think percentages say you try to set the force up in that situation. And, I think it was Nemeth just got enough on the ball to get it through.
Headed on the road tomorrow for a couple of road games after a decent stretch at home. Just talk about what we should see for the next week with new additions, some faces unfortunately leaving the team, but all in all, seems like everything's pretty solid.
We like what we're seeing right now, and of course I can't say enough for all the attempts that we had, but Billy Biesinger and Garrett Smith really, really stood out for us, sticking it out as long as they did. They helped us to a 5-2-1 record, and that's a pretty good start. So hats off to those guys, how classy they were. They understood the situation, and like I said, I wish them well, and I told them before they left they'll always be Chatham A's, and that meant a lot to them, and it means a lot to me.
Garrett Smith mentioned last night that he has a chance to catch on at YD. Any idea where Billy Biesinger might go?
At this point, we don't. We've put some feelers out to the New England Collegiate League, to the New York Collegiate League, just to see if they're looking for middle infielders. Billy might go back up and play near Boston in a league. It's another wooden bat league, and that's perfect for him. But I really like to see him get a shot to play in a college wooden bat league. He certainly deserves to. He just did a good job for us.
Now, one of the stories of the summer is the schedule of Team USA coinciding with the Cape Cod League schedule. Should we see any kind of shakeup or any worries out of this squad as the tryout approaches?
I don't think so, but I really, I don't know. I mean, there is very little communication between Team USA and the Cape Cod League, and what communication there is, quite frankly, it's very difficult to trust them. This blindsided us that they're having their tryouts this late, which really puts the Cape League teams and all summer leagues at a disadvantage by having the tryouts this late and having the cut-down date so late. It really puts burden on the Cape Cod League teams because you've got guys, you just don't know. You can call a coach on the Team USA staff, but from what I've been told, they're told not to give out a great deal of information. And again, that's not fair. My point is that we're both being funded by Major League Baseball. Shouldn't there be a little bit more cooperation? But right now we're not getting that, and understandably so, I guess. That's their squad. This is our squads, but I feel bad. We lucked out. I mean, we did not have a Team USA candidate. We had 2 kids who turned down their invitations to go to Team USA, which we really appreciated. But I think Falmouth has 5. Harvey said he had 6. Harwich had 4 or 5. And what's going to happen is you have to make a decision on your Team USA guys and your temporary guys. So it's a very difficult situation to be in because you could be releasing a very good player by being loyal to your temporary player or losing out on a good temporary player because you're holding out for your Team USA player. It would not surprise me at all that some of the guys who get cut from Team USA just shut it down. And now that team in the Cape League loses a quality player and a roster move. So it's been very difficult. Then the other thing we have to worry about is what if Ricky Orpez is really going crazy and all of a sudden Team USA calls and says, hey, we'd like to ask you back here, or Riley Reynolds or Jacob Stallings or whomever it is. Could it be the pitchers? They could just call and cherry pick. Is that going to happen? And that would be unfair to the Cape League teams as well.
He's John Schiffner. I'm Aaron Canada. It's the Manager Show on the Cape Cod Baseball Network.
Go Anglers!